The always exciting to watch Jamie Raskin took Lauren Boebert to school over her comments about Donald Trump and the COVID-19 virus.
You're right. President Trump was in office when the COVID virus was released from a lab in China, from the Wuhan lab. And he tried to make that very clear that this came from China. And reporters regularly dismissed that.
I appreciate the gentlelady's passion. There are two facts that she should perhaps be alerted to. One is that Donald Trump, on more than 20 different occasions, defended the performance of the Chinese government, and specifically President Xi, in terms of his treatment of COVID-19, and said he was doing a wonderful job and a great job, and they were working closely and they were constantly in touch. So if there's a problem with the Chinese government unleashing a virus which has not been proven anywhere, but it certainly could be true, you would have to pin that on your favorite president, Donald Trump, not on Joe Biden. The second thing is President Trump's own special advisor on COVID-19, Deborah Birx, I'm sure you're aware, and I'm sure you've read her book, said that the lethal recklessness of Donald Trump's policies about COVID-19 cost Americans hundreds of thousands of lives. So you don't have to believe anybody on the Democratic side of the aisle. That's Donald Trump's own special advisor on COVID-19. Thank you for yielding, and I happily yield back.
First off, the report that Lauren Boebert was referring to in that clip comes from the Energy Department, and the report says that they have a low level of confidence that it actually came from a lab. Not saying that it was done maliciously, not saying that the Chinese set the virus onto the world so that it would kill millions of people, many of their own people. No. The Energy Department just said, look, we have a low level of confidence that that could have happened. So what does Lauren Boebert do? She just picks up the flag and she just sends it. It came from the lab. We were right. Donald Trump was right. And of course, Jamie Raskin isn't going to stand for that, right? So he has to remind Lauren Boebert that even Donald Trump's own specialists said that his incompetency cost us hundreds of thousands of lives. And that, remember, he was also, at the same time saying that, the Chinese virus, right, came from China. They did this. He was praising Xi Jinping. He was praising the Chinese efforts to curb COVID-19. So he has to remind these ultra mega, just sucking at the Trump tweet Republicans that they're completely delusional, that their reality is not really reality. So if you want to check out the New York Times article on the Energy Department report, I've linked it down below. And this is just another reminder, right, that of course Lauren Boebert is a complete mega moron, but also they're going to try to cherry pick their facts, and they're going to try to whitewash the history of Donald Trump costing America hundreds of thousands of lives and speaking out of both sides of his mouth. Because on that point, on the fact that Donald Trump speaks out of both sides of his mouth, they think that that's a sign of strength, right? That Donald Trump he can just tell these leaders whatever they want to hear and then tell us, these leaders, they're horrible and I'm standing up to them. No, that's weakness, Donald. The fact that you can't stand up to these leaders, right? That you need their approval. You need Xi Jinping's approval. You need Vladimir Putin's approval. You chose Vladimir Putin over our own intelligence agencies to trust, right? You said there were very fine people on both sides of Charlottesville, equating white nationalists and racists to the people who came out to stand up to them. Like, that is not a sign of strength. It's a sign of weakness. And Donald Trump, you're a coward.